and stayed out there on the horizon while we were doing the recovery. I was there mostly to help them to decide, are these dangerous items here, such as the high pressure tank that was down there? What exactly should they be looking for? So things like that. So I was basically out there to kind of point out, get this, or, you know, can we do this type of stuff on what to bring up. And so when we did this, we recovered the forward dome, the 2 rings, the aft dome we weren't able to bring up, but at that particular time because they ran out of time. And we brought up the tail piece and some parts of the skids and, you know, various pieces and bits, which you've probably seen. Out of this, I think I saw it as it came up and went on the deck. Literally, I got I was literally positioning them on the deck at times for them to tie it down. And the things that I saw on that gave me reason to believe that I feel I know where the failure was. Seeing how the media had like a field day with misinformation and speculation and downright completely wrong approaches. You know, I felt there was a big discredit going to the public because the media was, well, there were some bad players out there that were just passing around a lot of wrong information, I felt. And so what I found and what I feel is that the implosion happened instantaneously, that it was not the viewport that failed because there was no shards, there was no viewport, there's nothing. The viewport was blown out, it's out there somewhere still. And that the failure happened at the forward glue line at the ring. This is, you probably already, I mean, I know Tom already has a fair idea about, you know, what I think about this, but if it hasn't been said, it is now. That this is how I think the failure happened, is why that glue line failed. Cyclic fatigue of the glue. Every time they go and do a dive, the hull would collapse in the center. Not a lot, nothing you would actually see with your eye, but it's still enough that the outside edge would cantilever out. It basically was, when it was squeezed down in the center, it was forced to try to rotate toroidally. And I think the water got in through there, worked its way down until the final point when there was not enough glue line, there was not enough support by that titanium edge on the inside to maintain the pressure integrity. And it had to have happened equally all the way around that ring, because on the forward ring, on the very inside, that inside tab, go out and look at it, touch it, run your hand across it. It has been sheared off completely all the way around inward. The only way that would happen is if it all happened at once. If it happened partially at some place, it would have ripped and tore and then equalized in there, and this other piece, the other remaining piece of that material would stay intact. But that is not the case. It is on the aft end, but not on the forward end. That thing was sheared off smooth. So this had to happen extraordinarily fast, which means the people in there had no idea this was coming. And I just want to make sure that, you know, you let the public know that nobody was suffering in there. As a matter of fact, they were probably happy they were all waiting to see the Titanic when this happened. So that would be it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Does the board or anybody have any further questions for Mr. Catterson? Okay. Mr. Catterson, thank you for your testimony. You are now released as a witness at this formal hearing. If I later determine that this board needs additional information from you, I will contact you directly. If you have any questions about this investigation, you may contact the investigation recorder, Lieutenant Kelly Steele.
Okay.
Also, that adjourns the proceedings for today. We will reconvene tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. And we have one witness scheduled tomorrow. It's Mr. David Lockridge. Thank you and have a good night.